Hello, welcome to my videos and my blog. In this time, I'm going to talk about the Lakers lost yesterday 109 to 127 against the Phoenix Suns. And with this loss, the Lakers again are about a 500 record. They have a record in 1920, and with this with this loss, the Lakers have are one game behind the Phoenix Suns. So the Lakers yesterday really play a very bad game, a bad performance here, where they couldn't compete against the Phoenix Suns, and the Phoenix Suns took the advantage in the first quarter, and they handled all the game, and they defined the game and finished the game in the third quarter. And in the rest of the game, the game was, and in the last quarter, the game was defined, and both team put to play the bench players. Remember that the Lakers before this game they have defeated three times the Phoenix Suns, one in a regular season and two in the NBA tournament, one in the group stage and another in the quarterfinals. But in that three victories, the Lakers were undefeated. The Phoenix Suns they didn't have the complete team because just play Kevin Durant or David Booker, but not Bradley Beasley. But in this time, the Phoenix Suns played with the complete team, and we watched the difference because they would score the Phoenix Suns, and Bradley Ben. Yes, the tier superstar scored 37 points, and they score more than the LeBron James, Aston Reeves, and Anthony Davis score combined. They score just 36 points. Well, about the game, how I told you, the Phoenix Suns defined the game in the first quarter, where in the beginning of the game the the Phoenix Suns started the game 74-78, and they handled the victory. And later the Lakers reduced that gap, but in the last 3 minutes of the quarter is when the Phoenix Suns created that gap, and they won the quarter 36-27. In the second quarter is when the Lakers play better. Where in the first minutes of the second quarter, the Lakers started playing a great game, where they could reduce the game to a 4 or 5 point difference. But after that, again the Phoenix Suns improved this basketball level, and they create that gap. They have a gap of 30 point difference, and in that quarter against the Phoenix Suns won that quarter 27, and the Phoenix Suns increased the lead to a 7 point difference, where the Phoenix Suns were leading 66 to 52. No, they were winning. Sorry, they were winning by 40 point difference. But the big difference was in the third quarter, where I thought that the Lakers were going to improve its game, reduce the game, and have opportunity to win the game in the last quarter. But it was very different, because in the third quarter is when the Phoenix Suns created that big gap that was enough to win the game. The Phoenix Suns outscored the Lakers in that quarter by 30 point difference, where they play a very great offense game, where they scored 39 points, just allowed that the Lakers scored 26 points. The Phoenix Suns outscored the Los Angeles Lakers by 30 point difference, and the Lakers were losing by 27 point difference. Even here in this quarter, the Phoenix Suns had a 32 point difference, but the Lakers reduced that to a 27 point difference, and the game was over in the third quarter. And in the fourth quarter, the both teams put to play the bench player, because the game was defined. The Lakers won this quarter 31-22, but because the game was defined, both teams put bench player, and they reduced the difference to 80 point difference, and the Lakers lost the game 109 to 127. About the statistic, I can say a lot because remember that most of these statistics are improved for the Lakers because the last quarter where the game was defined, and the Lakers, but they didn't play a very great game. You can see here they lost they scored 30 triples and allowed 14 triples, and lost the paint 44 to 48. And about the individual statistics, no player in the Lakers, no player didn't play a very great game because each player scored less than 20 points. LeBron James had a very bad game with 10 points and 9 assists. Anthony Davis and Austin Reeves that play a very bad game, especially for Anthony Davis because he has averaged more than 30 points game in the last 10 games. But this time he played a very bad game. Austin Reeves that did his job. He scored 30 points. Taurean Prince that scored 11 points. D'Angelo Russell that was the best player in the game with 90 points. Max Christie with 40 points, and Skylar Mice, I don't know who is this man, with 12 points. But most of these points were when the game was defined. You can see here that again the Lakers can compete against a top team. Where in this tournament the Lakers need to improve this team, and maybe they need to trade some players and bring another player to improve this basketball level because the Lakers are playing a very bad game. And what's next? The Lakers will play tomorrow against the Utah Jazz, and they will travel to Utah, and 21:30 Eastern time. Remember that the Lakers defeated the Utah Jazz in the last November in the NBA season group stage, where the Lakers had an easy game and they defeated 131 to 89 or 99. But the problem here is that Utah Jazz have been playing a tremendous basketball level. They have won 8 out of the last 10 games, and they have a record 3 consecutive wins. But the problem now is the Lakers and the Jazz have the same record in this moment, 19-20. Remember that 2 months ago, when the NBA season tournament was played, the Lakers were one of the best team in the league. They were like the 6 or 5 or 7 position, and the Utah Jazz were like the one of the worst team in the conference. But the Utah Jazz have been playing a very great basketball, and the Angel Lakers are playing a very bad basketball. So this gonna be a very easy game because the Utah Jazz have been playing a very great game. They have a record 8-2 in the last 10 games, and remember that the Utah Jazz in the last 3 games they have defeated the three big teams in this moment. The three best team in this moment in the league: the Timberwolves, the Bucks, and the Celtics, and they have humiliated these 3 teams. So I think this will be a complicated game. I think that the Lakers will suffer a lot, and I'm going to say this, but I think that the Lakers will lose this game by 7 or 10 point difference, and they will finish the week with a record of 1-2. So here's what my opinion about what happened yesterday, where the Lakers lost and were humiliated by the Phoenix Suns. They lost by 80 points difference, 108 to 127. With this loss, the Lakers again have a record on the 500. They failed to the 10th place with the record of 1920. In this moment, they are in playing position, but the problem is that the Utah Jazz will play tonight, and maybe they are going to win, and they pass the Lakers. The Lakers will play tomorrow against the Utah Jazz. The Lakers must win that game to stay in playing zone. See you next video, Gibran.